Washington Wild Things. That went all the way to the top of the seventh. Top of the seventh started out with Ryan Willard pinch hitting for Logan Uxa. Willard would ground out, then Dave Popkins popped out. Pinch hit for Andrew Heck. He would walk before Jimmy Yezzo struck out to end the game. Tim Coons finished a complete 7-inning game, giving up 2 runs, both two hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts for Tim. So Coons got the win in that one. Brian O picked up his first loss of the 2016 season, going to 2 on the year. Wild Things looking to salvage a game here in this 3-game series this afternoon. 5:05 between your Wild Things and the River City Rascals. We're going to take our first break here on the MSA Sports Network, but when we come back, we're going to have a look at the playoff picture here in the Frontier League. You're listening to Washington Wild Things Baseball and the Washington Wild Things pregame show right here on the MSA Sports Network.
AAA members enjoy 24/7 roadside assistance, exclusive member-only discounts, expert travel assistance, free identity theft protection, and much more. With that card in your wallet or purse, you have the peace of mind and security that only AAA membership can provide. Already? Don't forget to renew. Join AAA today by office or online at AAA.com. AAA, we're always with you.
How does a 20-year-old company like Henderson Brothers keep up in a world that changes every minute? That keeps throwing curveballs, flaunts new technology, that demands responsiveness? The answer is simple. With expertise, we ensure
Double to Marjano, and it's 6-0 City Rascals here in the bottom of the first. Kyle Goodell, Clint Free, Jensen all come in to score. 6-0 Rascals, still only 1 out in this ball game, and Brett is coming to the plate. 188, no home runs and 7 RBIs. Manager Greg Langben coming out to talk. Wilkins only 1 out so far in this ball game, and actually it was a triple for Jason Marjano getting into third. 3 RBI triple. There's a runner at third with 1 out. 6-0. Leads over your Washington Wild Things. Manager Greg Langben also serves as the pitcher for your Washington Wild Things. In his first year with the Wild Things, managed the Traverse 2008 to 2013. Runner at third with 1 man out as Greg Langben came out to talk to his pitchers. Actually a double for Marjano. Took third on the throw. So a double for Marjano at third. Braxton Martinez at the plate. Martinez, the number 9 batter in River City, still only 1 out in this ball game. Infield comes in for the Wild. Wilkins has his sign. He's set, and the pitch on the way. And Martinez takes this one for a strike on the low outside corner. No balls and a strike. 0-1 the count here on the right-handed hitting Martinez. There is action in the Wild Things bullpen. Ashton Parrott is warming up out here in the bottom of the first. Wilkins has his sign, checks third, the 0-1, and this ball hit the left center field. Andrew Heck and Chris Grayson giving chase. Grayson going back towards the track. He'll make the catch. Tagging and scoring will be Jason Marjano, and that's the 7th run of the inning. It's now 7-0 Rascals here in the bottom of the first. Sack fly for Braxton Martinez. That's out number 2 here in the inning, and now the Rascals have batted around as that'll bring to the plate their center fielder, Alexi, so far in the day. 1 with a single in this ball game. We're back here on Sports Network's coverage of Wild Things baseball. Go fourth score. The River City Rascals 7 and your Washington Things 1. Last inning for the Wild Things. Grant Fink got the Wild Things on the board early in the inning as Fink hit his solo home run, his 7th home run of the year, and the Wild Things cut the lead to 7-1. Next, Brock would ground out, then Andrew out. Chris Grayson came through with a 2-out single before Ricky line out to end the here in the 4th. Dave Popkins, Logan Uxa, and Kyle Pollock, 4, 5, and 6, facing off against Joe Pavlovich. For his 4th inning of work so far. Pavlovich, in his career, has played 2 seasons, all in the Frontier League. Pitched for 2015, went no record with a 5.40 ERA. Also spent some time with River City in 2015. 2-1 as Rascals last year, 3.82 ERA. 10 games played for the Rascals. Returning here for this 2016 season, where he has a record of 1-3. 2.41 ERA. Pavlovich so far, besides that home run to Grant Fink, has been very good on the mound. Hopkins making his way to the plate here to lead things off in the top of the fourth. Hopkins so far in this one is 0 for 1, struck out in his first at-bat. And in game 2 of the doubleheader last night, Hopkins would end up going. He flew out in all 3 at-bats. Joe Pavlovich on the mound. Pavlovich looking in to his catcher, Mike Georgella. Pavlovich has his sign. He's set. And the pitch on the way to Hopkins. 7, and your Washington 3. Last inning for the Rascals. Alexi Colon flew out to start things. Then Mike Georgella struck out looking. Silver would double with 2 outs. City had a runner at second with 2 men out. And then Kyle Goodell would strike out to end the inning. Due up here in the 5th, Josh Ludy, Clint Freeman, and Robbie Enslin, 5, 6, and 7 off against Luke Wilkins. First inning, however, Wilkins has been very good on the mound. Has thrown up 3 consecutive zeros after giving up 7 in that first inning of work. Had a 1-2-3 inning in the second, the third, and then 4 men in the fourth. So Wilkins, a nice job of keeping the deficit right where it is. Wild Things have scored 3. They're on the comeback trail right now, down by 4 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in to lead things off here in the 5th inning. Designated hit. Ludy so far 1 for 2 and flew
270-6003 or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. Progress first.
We're back here on the MSA Sports Network. Washington Wild Things baseball currently in the top of the 6th with 2 outs. On for the River City Rascals, it'll be righty Nick Kennedy. Kennedy entering this one with a record of 2-3 at 2.25 ERA. Appearing in his 34th game, has thrown 32 innings of work, giving up 13 runs, 8 earned on 30 hits, 8 walks, and 22 strikeouts on the day for the righty Kennedy. Final line on Joe Pavlovich, not officially in the books yet, but it's gone 5 2/3, giving up 3 runs all earned to this point on 6 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Still responsible for Jimmy Yezzo over there at first base. First man to greet Nick Kennedy in this one will be the second baseman, Grant Fink. Fink so far 1 for 2 in the game. Hit a solo home run in inning number 3 and grounded out in inning number 5. That solo home run was his 7th home run of the year and got the Wild Things going here in this one. Jimmy Yezzo, the runner at first, 2 men out, and Fink coming to the plate. Fink batting from the right side against the righty, Nick Kennedy. Kennedy looking to finish up this 6th inning for Joe Pavlovich. Yezzo taking his lead at first. Yezzo on the year, 2 stolen bases for the Washington Wild Things. Not a threat to take off here in this situation. Kennedy looks in, has his sign, he's set, and the pitch on the way. And Fink takes this one for a strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Kennedy a side armor, giving the Wild Things a little bit different look than they've seen throughout the game with Pavlovich, who's a guy who throws the standard way. Kennedy has his sign. He's set. On offering. And Fink a ground ball to left side. Braxton Martinez will go the short way to second, and that's in time for out number 3. Fielder's choice 5-4 on the putout, and that ends the inning. No runs in the inning on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. After 5.5, the score, River City 7, and your Washington Wild Things 3. You're listening to Washington Wild Things baseball right here on the MSA Sports Network.
AAA members enjoy 24/7 roadside assistance, exclusive member-only expert travel assistance, free identity theft protection, and much more. With that AAA card in your wallet or purse, you have the peace of mind, safety, and security that only AAA membership can provide. Already a member? Don't forget to renew. Not a member? Join AAA today at any nearby office or online at AAA.com. AAA, we're all.
How does a 120-year-old company like Henderson Brothers keep up in a world that changes every minute, that keeps throwing curveballs, that flaunts technology, that demands responsiveness? The answer is simple. With expertise, we insure the most significant corporations in the area, and they in turn recommend us. For that, we're grateful. Henderson Brothers.
Takes this one outside. Ball, 1 ball, strikes. Want to know the count? Wild Things score 3 here in the to combat the 3 that the River City Rascals scored in the bottom half of the 6th. 10-6 the score between your Wild Things and the Rascals. Street has his sign. He's set. And the 1-0 offering. And Pollock pops this one up. On the infield, Josh Silver coming in towards the pitcher's mound. call everyone off and make the catch, and that's in time for out number 2. 2 away. Things now here in the top of the 7th, and that brings to the plate the first baseman, Jimmy Yezzo. Yezzo so far 1 for 3, popped out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th, and singled in inning number 6. 2 men out, runner still at first and for the Wild Things. Ricky Rodriguez over at third. He hit an RBI single in the game, or in the inning, and then Logan Ucks an RBI single first after his single with 1 man out. Shane Street looking in, has his sign. He's set the pitch, and Yezzo hits this one to left field down the line, hooking towards the Wild Things bullpen, and that'll get foul into no balls and a strike. 0-1 the count here on Jimmy Yezzo. 10-6, the River City Rascals lead over your Washington Wild Things. Game 3 of this 3-game series. Ricky Rodriguez at third. Logan Uxla, the runner at first. Shane Street looking in. Street has his sign. He's set, and the 0-1 offering. Yezzo takes this one outside, gets away from Georgella, and actually they get a balk on Shane Street, so Rodriguez will score, and now it's 10-7. Wild Things just down by 3. Uxla moving up on the play. So now a runner at second, 2 men out. It's now 10-7. Wild Things just down by 3. Yezzo at the plate. Uxla standing at second, that tying run. Now for the Wild Things, that'll bring Steve Brooks out of the dugout once again. There is action in the bullpen for River City. You'll see. And this will actually just be a mound meet as Brooks is the pitching coach for River City. So Shane Street on out of the bullpen. Gave up a hit to Logan, drove in a run, now called for a balk. And there's a runner at second with 2 men out. 10-7 the score between the Rascals and the Wild Things. Rascals leading by that 10-7 score. Meeting on the mound's done. Jimmy Yezzo batting from the left-handed side. Logan Uxa taking his lead from second base. Shane Street looks into Mike Georgella. Street going through the signs. Has one he likes. He's set. And the no ball, 1 strike offering. And Yezzo hits this one to right field and deep. Enslin back and exit stage right. A 2-run blast for Jimmy Yezzo. And the Wild Things have just cut the lead to 1. It's 10-9. Yezzo's 9th home run of the year. And when you need an attorney to hit one out of the park for you, yo, Keith. That home run brought to you by Keith Owen Campbell, attorney at law. Yezzo's 9th, and your Wild Things have fought back. They're just down by 1 now. It is 10-9. River City, and Grant Fink coming to the plate. Fink so far 1 for 3, a solo home run of his own in the 3rd inning. And that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter Josh Ludy. Ludy so far 2 for 4, single RBI single in the 1st, flew out in the 2nd, single in the 5th, and hit into a fielder's choice in inning number 6. 2 men out, bottom of the 8th, 11-9. River City leads. There is action in the River City bullpen as Zach Treese warming up out there. Groats has his sign. Here's the pitch, and that one's on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and a strike. 0-1 the count on Josh Ludy. Ludy DH, player coach for these River City Rascals, is also the hitting coach for this Rascals team. Groats looks in, has his sign, the 0-1 offering. And Ludy takes this one low for a ball. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 with 2 men out here in the bottom of the 8th. 11-9, River City leads. Groats has his sign, the 1-1. And Ludy takes this one low and outside for a ball. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Kyle Pollock trying to glove that one, but just could not on that play. Chris Grayson out in center field shifted a little over towards right center here. Everyone else playing straight up against Ludy. Groats has his sign. He's set, and the 2-1 offering. And Ludy grounds this one to short. Austin Wobrock will handle it. He'll throw on to first, and that's in time for out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Rascals here in the 8th. On to the top of the 9th, and the score, River City 11, your Washington Wild Things 9. You're listening to Washington Wild Things baseball right here on the MSA Sports Network.
Hi, this is Hines Ward. If you're a high school sports fan, the place to go all year round is the MSA Sports Network. Log on every day to www.msasports.net for the schedules, the scores, the standings, the rankings, and of course, all of the broadcasts includes exclusive Whitfill playoffs and championship action. Anytime, anywhere, always there, the MSA Sports Network.
Enjoy shopping and dining at one of Ohio Valley Mall's 100 merchants, including Boscov's, MC Sports, Hibbett Sports, Pat Catan's, Christopher & Banks, Men's Warehouse, and many more. Check out the new Buckle Store. And coming soon, Buffalo Wild Wings. Little ones need a break? Head to the Kids Zone, sponsored by Ohio Valley Medical Center and East Ohio Regional Hospital, your community hospitals.
We're back here on the MSA Sports Network's coverage of Washington Wild Things baseball, going to the top of the ninth, and the score, the River City Rascals 11 and your Washington Wild Things 9. Now on for the River City Rascals is their closer, right-hander Zach Treese. Treese so far in the year, a 15 saves, a 2.34 ERA, appearing in his 33rd game. Has thrown 38 in the third innings of work, giving up 30 hits, 11 runs, 10 of those earned on 12 walks, and 57 strikeouts in 38 in the third innings for Treese on the season. Jason Zardowski went a scoreless inning, did not give up a hit or a run, and struck out one in the inning. In the eighth for the Wild Things, we said 1-2-3. Chris Grayson struck out. Ricky Rodriguez flew out, and Dave Popkins grounded out to end the inning. Due up here in the top of the ninth, Logan Uxa, Kyle Pollock, Jimmy Yezzo, 5, 6, and 7. Wild Things need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead here in this top of the ninth. Zach Groats coming out of the bullpen and throwing a clean 1-2-3 inning for the Wild Things. Treese has concluded his warm-up tosses, and that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, Logan Uxa.